As we have been discussing in class, today we'll be learning about what checks are, the different parts of the check, how to write a check, and then what you would use the check for. As you can see here, this is a blank check. It's fake, obviously. Up at the top, you'll see where your full name will be, your address, and then sometimes your phone number is on there. This is so the businesses or the banks can contact you personally instead of going through the bank. Up here is the ABA number, the American Bankers Association number, and this is used for the routing information. The date is usually the day that you write the check, and if it's not, the banks will sometimes hold a charge fee for holding them until the date. And up here is the check number, usually 3 to 4 digits for easy identification. Sometimes if you're banking online and you get charged through your bank account and you don't remember ever writing the check, this number will allow you to identify which check it was and what you wrote it for. Pay to the order of line is where you write who you're writing the check to, whether it be an individual or the company. Over here is where the numeric amount, the amount of dollars and cents paid, will be written in number form, while down here it'll be actually written out and spelled out with the amount of dollars and cents paid. Here's the bank information. It'll have your bank's name, branch, address, and contact information. The memo line, it doesn't always have to be filled out. It's just helpful in case you want to know what you wrote the check for. It's a comment or remark line, just to, like I said, to remind you what you wrote the check. This is the most important part of the check. It's your signature. The bank has a copy of this on file in case of check fraud. So if anybody else signs your check, if their name isn't up here, but they signed their name down here, then they're going to be charged with check fraud. We will now practice writing the checks. As you can see up here, there is a fake name, fake bank, and we're just going to practice on here. So today's date is October 3rd, 2011. We're going to pay it to the order of, let's say, me. You're going to write a check to me. So here we go. The amount, let's go for $125.89. So here you would write $125.89 over 100. And then normally what I would do would draw a line out so nobody can write anything, but here we're not going to do that. The memo, you guys are paying me for, let's say, a book that you owed me. Book fees. And since we can't actually sign with the pen, we're just going to go ahead and sign it as best as we can on the computer. And of course, when you do this, you'll be writing your name. And normally, this up here would have to match the name down here. But in this case, it's not going to, because this is my name that obviously. Then so up here would be my name instead of those. When it comes to writing checks, there's many reasons why people use checks instead of using credit cards, debit cards, or different types of payments. First, it's security. It's safer to send checks than cash, especially in the mail, because you know, people can easily hide the fact that there are checks in there. People write checks for records. They hold it in the register. With debit or credit card purchases, they may take a note, and duplicate checks help with the record keeping. And with proof of payment, it's easy to show that you made a payment with a check. all you have to show is the check. You can get, if for online banking, there's the picture of the written check, exactly how you wrote it. And so there's, you know, you don't have to get the receipt or anything to prove that you made that purchase. The timing, it says it acts like cash in the store, but sometimes it takes a day or two to go through, which means that they are almost clear immediately. All they have to do is go through the bank once they turn it in. Although there's some issues, like if you want to book a hotel room, you have to have a credit card. If you want to do online purchases, you have to have a credit card. You can't write a check and, you know, call it good. So as you can see, writing checks, you know, it takes about 30 seconds to fill out a check, and there are many benefits to it, and people are still writing checks today. So that's why we're learning about writing checks. Even though there's debit cards and credit cards, we still need to learn how to write a check and why writing checks are beneficial at some instances.